this country has really been destroyed. And I think a lot of people, parents anymore, take the easy way out. It's much easier to drug your children, put them on meds to cope with anxieties, to handle behavioral problems. We as a society anymore, we don't teach our children how to cope with the fact that, guess what? Life is not always fair. Bad things happen to good people, just like bad things happen to bad people. And we've kind of shirked that responsibility because children don't do what you tell them to do. Children do what they see role modeled for them. And so I think it's kind of a call to, the homes of your children. Like, we know that the schools are like this. We know that the colleges are inundated with a lot of this socialist and Marxist thought process. We need to be teaching our children how to critically think. We need to be teaching our children how to challenge the status quo. We need to be prepping them and preparing them from a very young age to understand that, you work hard to obtain the things that you want. And I think there's just been a real breakdown there. And I think that that's what we're seeing societally now is, parents have gotten lazy.
If I may speak, since there's been a gap, as a professor at a community college, and I have tenure there now, one of my responsibilities is to look at some of the adjunct professors and make sure that they're abiding by, the standards in the curriculum. Like, are they teaching the students to write 10,000 words? Are they ready to transfer to a UCLA or UC Berkeley, et cetera, et cetera? And I go and visit one professor. Please don't dox me about this because I'm just being upfront about it. I went and visited one professor's class, and he's playing video of Bernie Sanders. In his syllabus, he says he's an avowed socialist. He says this. This is what he says. And he's like, we need to get rid of Donald Trump. Kamala Harris isn't even the one for us. We should be voting for Bernie Sanders, and we should have socialism because capitalism is evil. It exploits the poor, et cetera, et cetera. This is what's in his syllabus. And these are first-year students. They're just coming out of high school. So most of them are 17 and 18 years old. And then I observed him for 1 hour. He proceeds to kind of dog walk them. He says, so why should we be against capitalism? And they're like, yeah, well, because capitalism is evil and we shouldn't do that and we should redistribute income. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but this is like the gist of what I'm trying to get at, for you guys. And I came away from it and I said, look, he did have them write a paper about it. He did have them look up resources online and find MLA documentation, so he was right for that. So he should not be fired. He should not be let go. But his political stance is, in my opinion, indoctrinating because those students don't know how to challenge him. They don't know how to stand up and say, well, wait a minute. What happened with China? What happened with North Korea? He's not going to talk about that. That was nowhere in his lesson plan or his syllabus. So how do you even confront this shit?
Yeah, I think the common thread here is that there's a lot of activist teachers that are more interested in telling people what to think rather than teaching them how to think. And I think there should be just more attention brought to this fact. And by the way, parents, where are their responsibilities in this? When their kids are like, oh, hey, I'm about to finish high school, I could get into a university. Sit down with them and talk to them about like, okay, is this an institution of higher learning that's going to prepare you for a career and to help you, learn how to think better? Or is that an indoctrination camp that's going to poison your mind with a bunch of dog shit? I will say I'm very happy to see the current trend of people recognizing. By the way, when the left says that they want a refund for their fucking college education, they're even quietly acknowledging that the education's not worth anything. Because if